What's up, QT fam? Y'all see the remix? Y'all
Hey, it was fire.
And I saw you backstage getting your jam on. See, I saw that.
Did you see me?
I saw that. You had friends in there like you didn't care. You waved them. You waved them. What's up, QT fam? Welcome back to another exciting, fun, exhilarating, all that good stuff episode of the Queens Takeover Podcast. We are your favorite Guilty Tuesday pleasure. We are your hosts, Miss CP Sierra Pleasant, Coley Cole herself, Nicole Clark, and it's your girl, Nikki Johnson. Thank y'all for joining us today. And remember, if you say something, we can say something back to you. But for those that will watch and won't say anything, we love y'all. We thank you. Appreciate your support. If you have not done so, please share this to your page. Send it to somebody in the message and tell somebody that knows somebody that we are live. Ladies, how was your week? How was your day? And do you have anything that you may have struggled with since we saw each other last week? Who want to go first? Don't everybody speak at once. Don't everybody speak at once.
I think last time I went first, but I go first again. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Brandy?
Because Nicole was trying to come for my neck. I saw you. Trying to come
what up, brother?
Hey, brother. Hey, husband. Hey, brother.
I tell you what, I'll go first then. How about that?
Let's change the order.
Oh, you got it? Oh, you say you got it?
You got it.
Okay. This week, I don't really have anything that I struggle. No, hold on, let me think. I don't want to make up nothing, but I do want to be honest. I did not wake up early to do any workouts this week because I was going to bed at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, get back up at 7. So no, I did no workouts. However, but I did do some extra things. You know how like when you're doing your house cleaning, if you like do an extra stretch, do a little extra something, get a little sweat in. I'm gonna count that. Hey, I'm gonna count it. Hey, but no, I don't have anything that I really struggle with this week. I just have some praise reports. Like I'm proud of myself this week. I held to my affirmation from last week. So yeah,
she did good. She did good.
Go.
Now I'm gonna go. Let's see. So struggle bus this week. Time management. Just trying to juggle everything and get things done, and it's a struggle over here. I think it's a struggle. And what else I'm supposed to say? That's what I was gonna say. So I thought this weekend, I had to have a difficult conversation. Nicole.
Go ahead. I think she's here. Maybe she muted herself, so she'll be back.
Okay. But I thought this weekend I had to have a difficult conversation or opening conversation about being vulnerable and about past hurt and pain. And I thought I was gonna have a full out, panic attack, anxiety, all that stuff. And God just graced me through it.
Let me do it.
So I had a praise report with that one. You think He said you're ready, He prepares you, and it happens like that. And you're like, I've been panicking over this for a long, long time. And God, when I just gave it to you, just made it real easy.
Yeah.
From my point of view, it was easier than I thought it was going to be. And I think so. Yeah.
Amen. Because those difficult conversations are a little bit scary, and you have them, and it's like there was no boogie monster underneath the bed. Hey, big brother, you be safe and careful driving to Oklahoma. I love you. Cole.
It's her turn.
Yeah, excuse me today.
We praying your strength and energy up, boo.
Yeah. Just had a little. You know how I'm thankful and grateful, and I'm just so. I just had a scary moment with one of my nieces, and not even 30 minutes ago. So, but I'm here. I'm here. I don't know if everybody know how to, if you feel like I'm thankful. Lord knows I'm thankful, because it could have went a whole nother direction. But I'm not angry, just disappointed with her. So, but yeah, I'm good. I'm here.
Amen.
God is.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, God is
God
in
is
control of
what?
this thing, and He's in control of this thing, and yeah, and that.
Amen.
You know how we say God's given us the authority, so I'm not playing with the devil now. I'm not playing. I can't.
Okay.
So, but I'm here. I'm here. My spirit is good. Like I said, thank God it could have went another direction, but it did. God had His hands on it, and He brought the true meaning of what's done in the dark will come to the light. It came full force. But just pray for me. That's all. My
Praying for
family.
you and praying for
And
you and her.
yeah.
Can I speak some grace on her behalf?
Uh-huh.
Because I know you're disappointed and probably, getting over some upset. Keep in mind the worst thing you did that you had to ask God for forgiveness for and show her grace.
Oh yeah. That I we've talked since the matter has came full
Okay.
effect. It's just more of a shock that it happened. It's just
Okay.
and I told her, I love you. Auntie just shocked and a little disappointed. I ain't angry. I'm not, but I'm disappointed. So, but yeah. Other than that, everybody, I'm doing good. My week was good, and I won't give the devil any kind of victory over this. God, like I said, God is. I'm grateful. I really am.
Amen.
Thankful, grateful. All. Thank you,
Amen.
ladies.
For
Hallelujah.
sure. Absolutely. Are we ready to jump into these topics? As we jump into our topics, we're going to stop for a moment and we are going to say that we are all praying for all of the families and loved ones who lost family members and loved ones in the Nashville school shooting. We are praying for the families, the teachers, the staff, for everybody that was involved or had somebody that was involved, the children that are afraid, the children that we're going to declare that they will not have PTSD, as well as the adults. And the parents that are afraid to send their kids to school, we're going to pray for them. So I know we all shake our head when things like that happen. And it's so hard to hear when it's children involved, but please don't be so disappointed that you don't pray. So please pray. With that being said, our first topic we're going to hit is one that we did not get to last week. We are talking about polyamorous and polygamy marriages and relationships. So polyamorous relationships, but polygamy marriages. Would you? Could you? So I just want to do a quick breakdown because there is some confusion when it comes to, I have no idea what happened to my There's some confusion when it comes to the two. So a polyamorous relationship is like if Nicole and I were in a relationship, we agree that it's okay for us to have other partners, but it's mutually agreed upon. In a polygamy marriage, if Nicole and I were married, I'm gonna tell Nicole, I'm gonna need some more wives. I love you. You might be number one, but I need about 3 or 4 more. And so that's the difference between the two. And then polygamy marriages are also kind of broken down into 2, but we'll get into that in a minute. So the question is would you, could you? Let's start with the polyamorous relationship. Could y'all do that, ladies? And would you do a polygamous marriage? Would you do a marriage? Would you do a polygamy marriage? Let me ask that way. CP, you married? What you do? Would you do it?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good with mano a mano, you know what I'm saying? Only 2 in the bedroom. I'm good. Thank you. Too much work. Too much work.
Polygon. That's what we doing. That's your man. That's
Polygon.
your man.
Polygon. They have. Put an E on there.
That's your man. That's your man. So you wouldn't do either one of them.
No, I'm good.
And that's all. That's it.
Too much work, too much juggling. And I think maybe because I'm too emotional, I get attached to it. It's too much. Too much. It's a lot.
So if William came to you and was like, baby, oh, never mind. Okay. William almost got you in trouble. You didn't do nothing.
Yeah, you almost did.
Mm-mm. Coley Cole.
Oh, no. My attention span ain't that broad. I be so confused all the way around. I would be like, you say what? Say, huh? Say, who? If I ain't enough, number one, I'm selfish. If I can't, hey, if you feel like I ain't enough and you got a lot to give and you can't give it all to me, go get somebody else. But I ain't gonna be there. Yeah.
So that's a no.
Period.
Oh, she frozen. Oh, there she go.
That's more than that's more than no.
That's more than a no. That's an H-E-double hockey stick no.
Yeah. It's a couple other words that can go in front of the no.
Oh, we gonna keep it PG.
PG.
Yeah. My attention span ain't broad enough.
You know what though? You still trying to get past the mannequin challenge on one dude, right? You ain't trying to do two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smudge.
Like you when you was holding such and such hand up there, I was. Oh, and you want that too?
And you want that too. I gotta hold your hand too. Gave him some sugar. I gotta give you some sugar too.
Yeah, I'm like, what he had to go through. Dude, I passed the first test. I don't need a retest. And there ain't no expiration date over here. So I'm good.
No expiration date. I can't.
I cannot.
They can, in all the serious note, when I'm in a relationship, I am committed to that one person. Mm-hmm. And and then marriage is a whole nother commitment for me. So yeah, I believe in Jesus.
What? How the Lord get in this?
How did
the Lord get up in this? He said,
I believe he made what is a sacred ceremony and all that stuff. Yeah, I believe in Jesus. He ain't write that 10 commandment for nothing. He ain't have to change the heart about the 10 commandment. Nah, we good.
I cannot. Okay. Now you do know back in the, as they say, the Bible days, it was a whole lot of polygamous marriages, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, but it's all right. God correct that too.
Yeah. All right. Well, she say she believe in Jesus. She ain't doing it. Okay.
That's all they.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
I can't. I feel like if I ain't enough, then hey. That's why I be asking people. Like, men, I be like, when they be like, let's get married, I be like, you sure you want to marry me? Like, out of all the women in the world, because I'm telling you, we play for keeps over here. And it ain't with other people. It'll be with just me and you.
Just me and you. Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, you cheat, it comes with consequences, buddy. And I don't know if you want to deal with them. But they come.
Okay, so listen, I'm finna shock y'all's underwear.
I know you about to.
I'm finna shock the world.
I know you about to.
I'm about to shake up the world. She don't
tell her how you feel, Nikki. Tell her how you feel.
Okay, y'all ready?
Do it, Nikki.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't want to be in a polyamorous relationship. I don't.
No.
I've been asked a lot of times. I don't want to be in a polygamous marriage. I've been asked a lot of times because I don't want to be wife number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, here's where your underwear gets shocked. Shock the draws. I would do a polyandrous.
What is this?
Marriage. That's when the woman get to marry a whole bunch of husbands. I would probably do it. Thought about it. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I don't want to be in your harem of wives. I don't want to wonder if I'm ever living up to being good enough for you, and so you go get somebody. I don't want to do all that. However, but I would consider having multiple husbands, though. I sure would. And the beauty part about it is everybody knows, because not like it's a secret. I'm not running around sneaking. We all in the same home. Now, I don't want them having sex with each other. That's no type of relationship. But I sure would. I'd come up with some type of good plan on how my time and my energy. But I would sure consider it. I would do polyandrous, but I don't want to
So
be wife number. Excuse me?
I got a question. So
Hush, William.
can he go be with somebody else?
No, he cannot. We're married. No. Mm-mm. Nope.
So you can have yeah.
I sure can. I sure can. Now, see, you wouldn't do it. Nikki's answer, I would consider it. It would. And here's the thing. The beauty about these relationships is there's a lot of conversation had, right? Yeah. Even if you're going to do a polyamorous relationship, it's a lot of conversation had. And a lot of the couples decide we can have other partners, but it can't be no secret. Ain't going to be no falling in love. And you're not going to do no sneaky link. It's something that I know that you're going to go do. So if this is a marriage, if I'm considering getting another husband, my other husbands are going to know. We're going to sit and we're going to talk about it. We're going to work out the rules. And I'm not saying I'm doing it for sure, but I think I've definitely been thinking about it. I'm not going to lie to you. I've thought about it. Mm-hmm. I know, Ashley. I know. And it's a sister too.
It's a sister too. Yep.
I cannot wait to watch it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be the queen with a whole bunch of kings.
I ain't gonna say I ain't trying to get in your business because I really am about to try to get in your business.
Get it. Come on.
So what would you do if both of them wanted to have sex the same night?
They're both my husbands. They both get some.
And that's that.
They would both get it. Because remember, if I'm talking hypothetically, if I do this, I know what I'm getting into. Anybody that does this knows what they're getting into. And that's not to say you don't get into it and you get to I don't know how I feel about this no more, because I watched couples that have been like, we were down for it at the beginning, but jealousy came in, all of that. But if I'm married to both of them and both of my husbands want to make love to me, yeah. Yeah. I told you I was going to shock the world. I was going to shock the whole world.
I wasn't shocked.
Yeah, it was a shock. Brandon said all 10 of them in the bed with Nikki. And I ain't say all that. And I don't want them touching on each other. No. We're not doing that. It's not a threesome type of thing. They're my husbands. But yes, if my husband want to have, I'm going to make love to him.
So you won't have so if they wanted to have a threesome, you'd be down to do it because you're the wife.
I told you no. There will be no threesome. I don't want them touching each other. That's another type of relationship. Now hold on. I follow somebody on YouTube. I followed her fashion channel for years before I realized she is in she calls hers polyamorous, but technically she's married to both of them. And the husbands do. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want husband number 1, and then I want husband number 2, and then husband number 3. But I don't want 1 and 2 or 1 and 4.
I got a question. How many do you can handle? 4 or 5, 6?
First of all, this is your husband. I've never been with a man that got an odor. I don't know how to answer that question. I've never been with a man that has an odor. However, What'd you say?
Did you answer my question?
I didn't hear your question.
I said, how many do you think you can handle? Husbands.
I don't know. You know what? I'm thinking 3. Honestly, I'm thinking 3. But let's keep it 100. We're gonna stop acting like all of us have not dated more than one guy at a time. Right. And was there ever a time that you felt like this guy was really good for having fun with? This guy was really good for whatever. This guy was really good for yada, yada, yada. Husband, same thing.
This reminds me of the remake of, is it She Gotta Have It?
Well, yeah, but she wasn't.
Huh?
But she wasn't married.
No, she wasn't married. She was just like that, just following doing what she want to do. But yeah, I think I can have about 5. About 5.
Okay, so you can do 5?
About 5. Yeah.
Okay, now I can't wait to see what William about to say. But Shari said absolutely. Shari, is that absolutely that you would do it or what? Okay, Shari said she need more than one. She just needs more than one. And you know what? But listen. The Kings have done it. They still do it. Queens have done it. They still do it. And other cultures, it's only in our Western culture that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Your husband said, y'all have a conversation.
He said, "What happened? We'll talk." I'm not saying that is wrong. I'm just saying, me personally, I lose interest very, very easy.
That's why you could do multiples. This is why you can't.
So, but okay, but
I want to read today.
If you lose interest easily,
that's perfect for you.
One just gonna hold your attention.
Because I'm saying, like, I guess because I'm not an emotional person, so I wouldn't be emotionally attached. I know
so this would be perfect for you.
Take your emotions out of it.
This would be perfect for you.
Well, then
exactly.
This would be perfect for you, Nicole.
I can't. I could.
Well, Nikki could. Nikki sure could.
As Nicole said, if she got Jesus, I got Jesus too. If I didn't have Jesus, my mind would go different.
I got Jesus, and I want to do it. And let me tell you, y'all cannot tell me that you ain't read in that word where men had so many wives. Solomon had a whole country full of wives. He had so many.
He did. You know
what I'm saying? I love me some Jesus, but I would definitely consider it. I sure would.
I don't know. I mean, I understand your point because you date when. Like if you date somebody, you just date multiple people. But I guess maybe because I don't use the title. Maybe that was what it is for me. It's the title. Like we don't use title. I don't be like I'm in a relationship. Like I'm just out here enjoying life.
Okay, see, Cole, but you're talking about like 3 or 4 different things. You ain't trying to be attached. You're not trying to be in no relationship. You lose interest. We talking about if you're in a marriage.
Hold on, I want to be married. I really do. But if I'm married, I only want to be married to one person. If I get a divorce, I'm not marrying nobody else.
Okay, but for me though, I have thought about it. I seriously have thought about it.
Really, no judgment. I'm saying,
first of all, I'm not corrupting nobody. Will
I would be so. Let me tell. Wait, this is off the subject. But did y'all see Williams' post on? Was it Sunday? When he was like,
yes, I did, and I commented on it. He was thanking God.
Husband.
But yet I'm corrupting people.
Well, we're corrupting people in the right way, though. We're corrupting in the right way.
I mean, I'm not no judgment, but I'm just saying, I would be so confused. I would literally have a chalkboard and like, okay, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm supposed to be with this person. Tuesday and Saturday, Thursday and Saturday, and Sunday we all be together. Like he'd be like, "Today my day." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
You making it too complicated, boo.
Yeah, you making it too complicated, Nicole. It's a natural flow. Like when it's a natural flow of things. It's not about like you get Monday, you get Tuesday. If I want your attention and I'm married to all these people, I want your attention on Tuesday, and maybe on the Tuesday afternoon, I want that one attention. Like it is or whatever. Huh?
That's too many people in the household at one time for me.
Hey, mommy. Well, Sarah said, Sarah, say no comment. Girl, he trying to get you out of hot water.
I see.
Trying to help you.
I see.
Because he said a minute ago,
that means she thought about
like I take 5. You explain like you about to do it. Okay, get up off of her, William. Get up off of her. She get up off of her. It was the same conversation.
William Pleasant, you my 5, baby. You on my 5, all in one.
Yeah, because when he got home, you gonna get that.
That would be somebody.
Huh?
Let's just do role play.
That's all you need to do.
Well, I know that's for you, but for me, that's something I have considered. I could handle it if I decided to do it. Now, am I gonna do it? I don't know, but I think you complicating it in your mind way too much, Cole. Because you have dated more than one guy at a time, and you didn't have no problem keeping them all without mixing up names and all of that. You did, Nicole. Hey, big sis. So before we move on from the topic, we've heard from some of y'all in the comments, but for those that just came on, hold on 1 second. They already answered the question. Get different things from each one of them. That's what I was saying. And I don't think I could do it. I feel you. Now, technically, we're talking hypothetically, but the reality of it is many people live like that. There are you'll be walking next to people in Walmart and have no idea what's going on at their house. And if you go into other countries, what we're talking about is not a taboo subject. It is not taboo. That is the way it's been since back before the Lord walked the earth. People were marrying multiple people. And my opinion is, if I did it, I would be the one marrying multiple husbands. If I did it, I would not want to be a multiple wife. And no, my husband cannot go cheat. That ain't what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. Ladies, any more ending thoughts? Because Nicole is not going to do it. CP didn't change her mind, and then she went back again because her husband is threatening her. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm glad we got that topic out the way because,
Yo.
Here we go. Does your spouse or your significant other make you feel as if you can achieve anything? CP, this came from you, so talk to us about it, boo.
So I did I was looking at a reel, and the guy was explaining how he was trying to tell men how to choose their wives. William! Fix that face. He was trying to say men how to pick their wives. And he was saying you want to make sure you pick a wife that the woman should be able to uplift you. You know that she's going to push you farther than what you are now in a positive way, not a negative way. And she wants to see the best for you. And so it made me think, like, people get married for all kinds of reasons. But when it comes down to it, if you're not being supported and uplifted by your mate, why are you marrying them? Why are you putting yourself through that? Especially with marriage being a lifelong decision, you want to make sure you have someone that can support you and that makes you feel like you can conquer anything.
Yeah.
And so that's why I asked this question, because it's important to know that. I know for me, when I got the notion that I was like, okay, I think he might be the one. I had to ask myself that question. Does he really support me through it all? Has he always been there? Has he really shown me who he really is? Even in bad times, could he support me? When there was confusion or we were unsure about things, did he still come to me? Did he still support me? And I had to ask myself those questions, and that's when I was like, I think this man is the man for me. And he showed up. Like, he showed up in so many different ways, not just physically, but showed up a lot of different ways for me. So that's what made me decide to say, I think I'm ready to marry this man. And then if he proposed, I was like, I'll be ready to say yes, you know? So yeah, that's why I asked that question.
Honestly, if he's not supporting me, I don't understand what I'm with him for.
That's so period.
Because your question is, oh, mama, we about to get on that in another topic in a minute. But my mama said marriage is a commitment, not a contract. Exactly. Woman, if you don't go drop the mic and throw your purse at yourself, come on now. The way you phrase the question is does your spouse or your babe make you feel like you can achieve anything? Before I even get there, do you support me in other areas, period? Because if we're going to be together for the rest of our lives, but I can't come to you when I'm sad, when I need encouragement, know that you're going to pray for me, know that you're going to ask about me, that you got my back, I know you're not going to make me feel like I can achieve anything. You're not even doing the basic support, right? So you can't have a big enough penis. You can't have a big enough bank account. You can't have a big enough house that would make me overlook the important things like, do you support me? Do you love me? Do you have my back? Because guess what? If something happens where we can't have sex no more, where we lose that house, you know what I'm saying? Where the bank account, like somebody steal every dime we have, we get bankrupt. What do we have left that we didn't have that foundational stuff? So Ashley said fact, support is that a heart? No, support was a, yeah. So yeah, if you're not supporting me in the basic stuff,
Mm-hmm.
If I can't look out in the audience when I'm on a stage or when I'm doing a podcast or if I'm coaching a client you're not there and you're not there supporting me, I'm not understanding what we're going to do in our marriage.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? Because I'm going to do that for you and then some. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader next to Jesus. It's going to be Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure that gets reciprocated back. So love the question. I don't have a bay right now to quite answer that like that. But if some potentials, then some of them only potentials because no, they don't. And I clearly make it very, very clear what I want. And some people find that just hard to understand. So, but I digress. Go ahead.
It's interesting because, when I talk to people who are just newly married or who've been married, and they have this competition between, well, I did this and I did that and I did this, and I look at them and I'm like, are y'all teammates? Or are y'all on the same team, or are y'all on separate
opponents?
Are y'all opponents? And they're like, this is how it is. This is what my mama did. This is what my dad. I'm like, but is it healthy? Do you feel like you can go conquer the world when you step out of the door? Do you feel that? And they look at me like I'm strange, and I'm like, this is exhausting. I wouldn't want to be married to somebody I gotta compete with the whole time. Fun competition, cool, but not like an everyday, like one up on one up on one up. What are we doing? We just no. That's no. I don't see how that works. It's too much work.
If we gonna one up on each other, I want to one up on who trying to outlove the other one.
And that's no period.
That's what I want. And when my friends get married, that's one of the things I declare over them, that may your selflessness never go away. May you never become selfish, and may you try to outdo each other in love every day. Right. Do that. But I want to know if I'm on a plane in the air going to another country, that I got support back at home. And I think every man wants that from his wife. Right. You want to be supported. You want to know that you're covered when you go out there in that cruel world daily. But if I'm not, I don't know why we together. Cole, it's on you.
Oh, yeah. Well, with me, that's one of the requirements. I mean, relationship wise or in the marriage. Like, I feel like if you, like you said, if you don't support me in nothing, but I feel like I got to do everything by myself, and I got to go to my mama for support, or I got to go to my brothers. My family members the only one support me, and I got a whole man here.
Yeah. You might well be by yourself.
Hello. But that's one of the, I mean, like Sierra said, like before I would say yes to somebody, that would be that's one of the questions that I would ask. Will he support me through thick and thin? Will he, I mean, even I know one of my requirements is for them to challenge me. And I mean, not in like no competition challenge, but like, hey, when I met Nicole, she, I wanted to be able to pat himself on the back and be like, hey, I challenged her. She got through it, and she found out holding hands ain't that bad. She found out kissing ain't that bad. Stuff like that. That to me, that's just one of the requirements of me. For me to feel secure in a relationship, I need to say, hey, when I'm making a turn to, hey, even when it comes to come to my family, am I making the right decision? And, like, hey, I know me, I'm like I said, I'm an overthinker. And I want to be like, hey, babe, I understand what you're saying, but you're overthinking this thing, stuff like, I need an encourager because I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to push you. I'm going to, hey, babe, he come home like, hey, babe, I want to start a business. Of course, everybody don't get that shock. Like, hey, what you doing? Oh, you better go through this door. Let's look at all the options first. But guess what, baby? If you feel like, this is what you really want to do, let's do it.
That part. Yeah.
I'm in a relationship. I'm in it, honey. I am in it. Sometimes the decisions I feel like Nicole, they a little cray, but girl, you love this man. You better go ahead and do it.
Not the cray love though. Yeah, Brandon said that's because they went into a marriage believing that the other person is the source of their happiness, Sierra. That part. Are you saying you on mute?
Facts on facts on facts on facts.
All righty. We're gonna move on to the next one. Who we. All righty, y'all. So comedian Corey Holcomb, this statement that he made in the little video, the podcast that he was on, the video clip has gone viral. I think this was a couple of months ago that he made the statement, but for whatever reason, it's like viral right now. He says, in part, high value, productive men should avoid marriage. You shouldn't be getting married anymore. It's dumb to get married if you are wise. He went on to say a whole bunch of other stuff that I cannot print because, women's was bees and stupid this and that. So you can go YouTube it and look it up yourself. However, I really want to know your thoughts, ladies, and our QT fam down in the chat. Do you believe that high value men should avoid getting married? And some of his views are, first of all, marriage is just outdated. It's dumb and it's stupid. And unless you're going to get with a woman, he almost reminded me of Kevin Samuels. Unless you're going to get with a woman that has money and has basically the same thing you have, you're going to get with somebody that's going to use you, treat you wrong, and then leave you, cheat on you, or take you for your money. And he feels that some women are trying to force men to get married, which is wrong. And then he says this: if you find a woman that you like, you don't marry her because you don't want to lose her. You put her on a contract, but you don't get married. Ladies, your thoughts. Family in the comments.
I think that
I'm gonna let her go first. Oh, my nerves.
You want some of my jelly beans?
Yes.
I think some people now are just saying stuff for views. Because first of all, Corey, you're not that attractive, dude. You better be glad somebody want to talk to them.
Hello. Say it out loud for the people in the background. Okay, I'm done.
But I think
you back, see? Go ahead, Cole.
I think people are now just saying idiotic stuff. I really do. I think they're just putting stuff out there in the atmosphere. Because one, he's a comedian. So when I first seen it, I was like, he just doing it for views to get his name out there because he done got kicked off wilding out. I was all up in it, right? But then, like, when just listening to him, I'm just simply saying, first of all, dude, it ain't that deep. Mind your business. Mind what pays you. Ain't nobody here trying to marry you. But, okay, so Chico Bean, another comedian. Chico, I love Chico because he to me, he's straight up. He's saying, relationship is, marriage is not for me. I'm not saying that I won't be in a relationship, but he lets the women know straight forward, like, hey, I'm not that committed person. If we just do our thing and that's it, this is what all you're gonna get. You're not. I respect somebody that's like that. You know what I'm saying? And these groupies still be trying to get with him, thinking it's gonna change. That's what one thing makes me mad, that people do that and think they can change people's opinion. And not saying that you can't change, because it could be that one that will make you change. You know what I'm saying? But what he said, the high value stuff, I'm like, dude, you make more money than me, and you still might go ahead and cheat on me. You still might, like, everything that you saying, like, oh, they're gonna take your money and stuff like that. Dude, I know you're gonna take my money. I ain't got more money than you, but
I got a question
if I
for
go
you.
ahead and buy a pair of shoes, I bet you go, and I buy you a pair of shoes, you gonna take them. You gonna be like, oh no, baby, save your money. I made more money than you. You gonna take them shoes. So, like, yeah, I think his stuff to me was just retarded, and I really just think he done it to try to pick up a Netflix stand-up comedy.
I got a question for you, Nicole. I think he means it because he said this a few times before. But my question to you is, you respected Chico Bean when Chico Bean was like, marriage ain't for me. Why is it that when Corey said, and I mean, that's how he feel, you don't respect it because he coming on out telling you that's how he feel?
Yeah, but see, Chico ain't telling people not to get.
No reception.
Yeah, she's actually knocked off, so she'll have to come back in.
Okay, let me say my.
Go ahead.
So high value. What do you value? All he's talking about is money, power. That's it. There's other values to a spouse than just money. And if you're basing it just on that, we know what you're about, and that's the person you need to be with. But if it's not, and you value other things in a person, then you want someone of high value, of the value that you prefer: kindness, gentleness, respect. Those things mean something as well. You can have all the money in the world, but have a horrible um, personality, i.e., this person that we're talking about right now. I mean, when you told me who it was, I was like, please, let's not talk about him, give him any clout, because he just wants attention. He's an attention, the word. He just is. I feel like he just says stuff off the wall to get attention, and here we go talking about him. But some people do feel that way though. And also on the flip side, women of high monetary value or status or power feel the same way.
Yeah.
And it's a sad world, because if you equate to marriage or marrying someone of the same value in that type of quota, then what about their personality? I mean, you want to marry someone who has a lot of money, but they're abusive verbally, physically. Is that okay with you? Just because they got the bank that you got, that's like marrying them. So there's so many questions that I have with this statement, and it's ludicrous to me. So yeah, I don't agree with it at all. I think you have to understand the sanctity of marriage and the importance of it, and what it means for you. And if it's part of your spirituality, if it's not a part of your spirituality, what does it mean to you? And don't equate it to monetary status or power, because that stuff is fleeting, or looks.
Right.
My opinion.
My mom said earlier that marriage is a commitment, not a contract, and that's one of the things that he says a lot. He talks about put that woman on a contract. Don't get married. Put her on a contract, which is like a prenuptial. But if you're not going to do the nuptial, you don't need no prenuptial. You don't need no contract. And why are all of your relationships business transactions? When I listen to him, and because it's not the first time he said this, just it's starting to go viral. When I listen to him, he just sounds like somebody that was very hurt, somebody that got done very wrong, and now he's on this mission like I'm 2 fingers to the sky. You know which fingers I'm talking about when it comes to commitment and relationships. Because he even said, I'd rather you go get somebody that will do your oral. I'll say it that way. Like, you really are encouraging, and not just him, but the podcast he was on that particular day, the guy's commentary on it was like, bet, man, why are we getting married? Why are we talking people out of what they want to do? If a man has found a woman that he knows is his wife and he wants to commit his life to her, that's his value. But your value is in the looks and the money and the prestige and what you have, to the point to where it's now a business transaction. We're not getting married. We're going to have a contract together. I don't want no contract with no man. Are we in business together? Because if we in business, we're not going to be in the bed. I'm done. Cole, you want to finish your statement?
Yeah, when you ask what's the difference between him and Chico being, Chico is not telling people not to get married. Chico's saying it's just not for me. And then he said on Breakfast Club, he said, I'm not telling nobody not to get in a relationship. He said it's just not for me. If you're looking to be in a relationship with Chico B, it ain't happening. Corey's out here saying, hey, let me attention, who all listen to this foolishness? Listen to what I got to say. Chico's, and that's why I respect how Chico went about it. He was saying, I'm not telling you not to get in a relationship. He's like, my friends are married. He said, and I look at him and I'm like, yeah, bro, that couldn't be me. He said, am I discouraging them to get a divorce? No, I just know what's best for me.
Yeah.
And Corey is, and like Sierra said, he's always looking for attention. Anybody that listen, I'm gonna shout to the top of my lungs some craziness, instead of him just saying it's not for me. Marriage is not for me. I'm not, I put value on a, dollar sign.
Okay, we lost her again. While she's coming back, you want to hit this one? See?
Yeah, I'll read it. My brother says, this dude is hurting, to be honest. All guys and gals that view love and marriage this way, I believe they have been really hurt before and doesn't really understand what loving someone truly means. If you are deciding to get married to someone, you are deciding to go through life with this person, being hot with this person, and sacrificing and working at it for life. If you can't do that, you should not get married, and that's okay.
Brandon, put the acronym for hot in the chat again. You told us that
It means
first
honest, open, and transparent.
That's right. Stick that down in the comments so somebody might need to grab that tonight.
I don't know. I see you throw me out.
It could be your Wi-Fi connection is not that strong. And then we was talking about erasing some of that stuff. But
yeah,
you back. You back. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm hungry and I'm tearing up these sour jelly beans.
Cause they smacking.
I'm just saying I need to stop. My mama probably like, she is not on live smacking like that. I am. I'm sorry. It got good to me for a second. All righty. We are going to move on. Nicole, did you finish your statement out?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. This one right here is going to be real. Everybody watching that don't mind making a comment, put it down in the chat. If you came with a warning label, what would it say? I love this question. King and I did an episode that said people should come with 30-second trailers. I wish people came with 30-second trailers because it's a lot you can learn about a movie in a trailer. It's a lot you can learn about watching 30 seconds of a video. It's a lot you can learn about a book in 30 seconds. So if you came with a warning label, Nicole, we're going to start. No, we're going to start with C because, Nicole, I know you're going to go in C. If you came with a warning label, what would it say?
So I had a lot, but I kind of narrowed it down to something somewhat.
Okay, say all of it. Do you?
Treat with care and appreciate this one.
Oh.
That part.
Yeah, sorry about that, William. It got good. It did. It got good. Don't sit next to me at a serious event. You better not. Or in church. Don't eye contact this man in church either. Not at a funeral. Okay, go ahead, see.
Yeah, that's it. Treat with care and appreciate this one. I feel like people don't pay attention and then they miss out. And then it's like, oh, I forgot. Or, oh, yeah, that oh moment. Then it's like, well, you didn't treat me with care. So, yeah. Simple. Ain't nothing too difficult.
Well, you said you had more, so I thought you were going
to read you talking about all of it. Oh, no. I just narrowed it down to that one. Yeah. Oh, my other one was Nuck If You Buck.
You was always trying to nuck and buck on something and somebody. But
don't
you know what? I would take you.
Not compromise.
Hold on, I would take you with me because I already know some go down. You ready? On site.
On site. You hear me? Nuck If You Buck.
That part. Let me read this real quick. My brother's back on the other topic we just left, I think. God built man for marriage, the woman to be covered, but society has destroyed and exalted itself against God's word, man love, and women respect. And Ashley is laughing because you always trying to nuck and buck. Okay. All right, Cole, we ready. We ready. We ready.
Was she's a little hood, but got and saved.
I love them shirts. A little hood and saved.
Yeah.
But I cuss a little bit.
He's
still working on me.
Another one would say be cautious because I'm an overthinker, one. And two, I'm very observant. I'm gonna do my own little Lifetime video.
What?
A law and order. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'll be the judge, the lawyer, the defendant. I'm everybody in the courtroom. Yeah, be patient because she ain't emotional.
Be patient. That's a good one.
Because she's a hard cookie to crack.
And she's a hard cookie to crack. That's a good one too. Yeah.
Do not approach with your hand out to hold. Oh, she froze.
I think she heard you. That was a good one.
There you go. Did you hear what I said, Cole? Do not approach with your hand out to hold.
Do not. I am not. That's what it's gonna say. I am not her.
I am not her. Oh God, I snorted, my man. That was funny down in my soul.
Down in your shining eye.
Yeah.
It was. Oh God, Nikki, what's yours? Oh,
she's still talking. Go ahead.
I said, mine.
Oh, that was hers.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Nikki, that means you got a list. Listen, okay.
Handle with care. The second one is if you're not ready, leave her alone. The third one is she ain't about that bull snap. And the last one is she's a pit bull in a skirt if you mess with her. Gentle as she want to be, gentle, it will give you whatever she can give you. But she pit bull in a skirt with a little lipstick on if you mess with her. But if my main one though, if you're not ready, please leave her alone, please. Because y'all be coming with that bull snap. Y'all be coming with that bull snap and them lies and them 59 dozen promises. And I give you the sun, the rain, you're not even giving me your attention right. Like, stop lying. If you're not ready, leave her alone.
Like, yeah. I asked my aunt, she was asking me a day about it. What was our topics? And I told her about that. She said, mine should be, she for the smoke.
Y'all ever watch Basketball Wives?
She said, because you like it for the people that I love and I like that's in my circle. Oh, I'm for the smoke. They could be in the wrong, but I'm for the smoke. Mm-hmm. Like what? We need to go what? We need to do what? Oh, okay.
Since you want fire, I'm bringing all the smoke.
Yeah. She said that all the time. Like when I be getting hyped, I'm like, oh, they did what? Oh, the problem is like, when we went to go check my nephew in at school, it was his first year at Livingstone, and I went to go check him in, and the man was standing beside me. Like, I wouldn't crack a smile with none of the little advisors or nothing. And then the guy was like, where you from? I said, oh, I don't need to tell you where I'm from. He said, why? I said, because when they sit up here and tell her that something wasn't done right, oh, I'm cutting up in here, and I don't need you to say, hey, that's that girl from Southern Pines. And for real, we sitting in the auditorium, and my aunt texted me. She was like, they ain't got none of his paperwork right. I stood up. I was like, who said it? Because I'm ready. Football coaches, everything. I was like, let me tell you something. My aunt was like, Nicole, you're going to get him put out. So, yeah.
Baby ain't started school yet.
He'd be like, and I call him my son. He'd be like, Auntie. I was like, do I need to come up there? Because if I need to come up there, let me be the one to tell you. I ain't even stopping at the security booth. I'm coming straight on campus.
All right, Medea.
On site.
You don't want straight past the security
booth. You'll be for all the smoke. I was like, yeah, I'm for
it. Okay, Candace. All right.
Don't check for me. You got to check for me.
Yeah, I know that's right, huh?
Yes.
So some of y'all did not answer. I was anxious to see what some of y'all would say about this. If you came with a warning label, ladies, if you came with a 30-second video, like a trailer, and no, let me ask this way: if people came with a 30-second trailer, what are 3 things you would like to see in everybody's 30-second trailer?
Ooh, that's a good question, Nikki. I like that question. Oh, wait. Let me think. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. This is a good one.
Right.
I want to have the Fast and the Furious. The suspense.
No. What would be the 3 things that you would want to see in everybody's 30-second trailer? So if we all came with a preview, what are 3 things or 3 elements you would want to see in that trailer? One of the things I'm going to tell y'all straight up, I would want to know everybody's true motive toward me in that 30-second trailer. I want to know your true hearts toward me.
Wait, are you asking for us? Wait, I got the question wrong. 3 things I would want to see from their life.
Yes. So if we all came with a 30-second trailer, what are 3 elements that you wanted to see in everybody's trailer? So for me, in everybody's trailer, I want to know what your heart is toward me. So everybody, I want to know. I don't want to have to guess, try to figure it out, watch your moves. Your 30-second trailer gonna tell me straight up what your heart is toward me.
I want to watch that movie.
I want that one.
I would watch because I like suspense, and there ain't no suspense to that.
Okay, suspense. Ashley says she want to know if they're loyal, caring, and what they are watching. No, what they're wanting from you. Okay. I'm not even understanding this, William. Go find a corner and stand at him. From the people that brought you black chocolate and Laffy Taffy coming soon, Mr. Pleasant. Not your preview commercials. I cannot.
I cannot.
I want to know if it's going to be X-rated, PG-13, or G.
I've actually really thought about the 3 things I would like to know is their either their past pain or trauma, their happiest moment, and then their love language that they give easily or the most. Yeah,
I'm all on that love language one. Okay. Nicole got freaky on hers.
Yeah, she did.
No, I'm talking about William's thing. I'm talking about William.
Oh, okay. I ain't know where you was going with that.
Chocolate. I said I want to know if his movie was gonna be PG-13. And you know what? Really, I wouldn't know what to do because I don't like watching TV. I watch reality TV.
That's reality.
Yeah, but see, that's the only thing But let me tell you why I watch it. It lets me know that my life isn't that bad.
But you know what reality shows do, especially the ones that are catty with a whole bunch of women or whoever it is. You start making excuses for behaving like them sometimes. Like, well, they did it, and I'm like,
No, I don't. I just be like, honestly,
that's a good one, Nikki.
I watch like Basketball Wives and Real Housewives of Atlanta and Potomac. I watch those shows because I be looking like, Nicole, if you had that money, would you act like that? No, I don't think so. Like, first of all, we ain't doing no girls trip like that. Like, and we don't get along. You see what I'm saying? Before we even left Atlanta, we wasn't getting along. You're not gonna get me to another country and we finna act the fool because I can't go to jail. So yeah, that's why I watch reality shows. It's like, Nicole,
I'm not going to that night.
I be watching like, Nicole, your life really ain't that bad, girl. You know what I mean? You got some little crazy people in your family, and you see a lot of people that go on in this world, and you just be like, hey, girl, you doing pretty good. Pat yourself on the back.
I can't with her.
So you watch them to feel better about your life.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't no shade towards nobody, but I'm just saying, I ain't judging your life. I'm just saying, hey, my life ain't that bad. You might not got the money they ain't got, but yeah, girl, you're like, yeah. Because I mean, even when they do like the facial changes and stuff, y'all just be like, no, I wouldn't do that. That was a waste of money. You see what I'm saying? I just be like, yep. Not interested in changing my look. Yep, no. Cause somebody just cause you know how people like if I win the lottery, I would do this, and the third. I'm like, no, not me. They said, Nicole, you win the lottery, what would you do? I said, buy a bunch of funeral homes. I would invest in so many funeral homes.
I would.
What they said? Why? I said, cause I know my money coming back. What
Yep.
people do every day?
Yep. Yep.
I can see you doing funeral homes.
Yep.
I ain't working. Hold up, I ain't working in them. I'm investing in them. I ain't working.
I know. I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Give me a truck, a little Honda Accord, and a little house. I'm good.
All right, Honda Accord and Tacoma truck. Oh, excuse me. Brandon said their reaction to the worst time in their life, to hear their thoughts when they interacted with me. Oh,
that's a good one.
And a view of the thing that they cherish above all other things. Oh my gosh.
That would be good.
To hear what they really think. That's what I'm saying. I want to know their hearts toward me. I want to know it. Mm-hmm.
My brother deep like me.
Huh?
My brother deep like me.
He real deep. I'm gonna keep it 100. God will show you. He will show you. I got this prayer that I pray. I've been praying this prayer for years, and I there has never been a time that I prayed it that he didn't show me. Here's the thing. When he show you what you're going to do with it. Because see, you don't always let the enemy know what you know.
Right.
You don't always let them know what you know. Because just because somebody feels his way towards you don't mean that they still don't have something that you need. You just got to know how to operate around it. Smile and going on, but you at least you know, and I always call it dwelling with you according to knowledge. I know you really don't like me. I know you don't. You smile at me, you compliment me, but you really don't like me. And I know it. I'm all right with it. Mm-hmm. I know how to watch you.
People that don't like me, I like going around them. Because guess what? You feel so uncomfortable. I deliberately go around people that don't like me.
Not that you're going around to torture people on purpose.
Yeah, I do. I just go around and I'm like, Lord, look at that. That don't make no sense.
Look at that. Look at
God,
that.
you gave them a good breath and look at them. They just up here pouting because I'm in the room. And then it makes so bad. I go and say, hey, how y'all doing?
I be messy with it.
Just being messy.
Yeah.
Our next topic, y'all, I do not have it to scroll across the bottom of the screen. This is something that has been viral for the last few days. So I'm just going to talk about it. We're going to share our thoughts on it. There's a woman by the name of Khadijah Michelle Brown who killed her husband on Facebook Live. They were having some type of argument, and it seemed from my point of view, so I'm going to say the word allegedly, like it was one of those situations where brother was trying to leave, she didn't want him to go. And the arguing back and forth on this is where you need to be, your kids are here, blah, blah, blah. It turned deadly. She said it was an accident when she shot him. Allegedly, she did that on purpose. I don't know. But the topic around this situation is everyone's saying is when it comes to relationships and somebody's trying to walk away, let them go. What is it with trying to hold on to people that don't want you? Ladies, how do y'all feel about that? About being able to let somebody go? Like when they're showing you they don't want you or they don't want to be with you, forget the fact that you got kids. You can't make nobody stay and take care of their children. If they want to go and take care of their kids, you can't make them stay. And it should never turn into physical violence, let alone death. What are y'all thoughts on that situation?
My thought is, honey, it is plenty fish out there in the sea. Let me go. And I'm going to let you go. Like, it's another guy this week. He was in the thing and he went to the girl's job and was like, they had broken up that night before. He went to his job or whatever. And he was like, well, give me, I think he wanted
wanted the cell phone and the password.
He was like, no. And then he went and got the kids and brought them back.
The kids with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one daughter, the daughter.
Yeah. And I'm just,
and he killed her.
What I'm getting sick of is people just kill me. Like, stop. And it's sad. It's because it's in I don't want to say it's in our community, but it is. It's in our love me, but let me go. Don't I? Hey, I ain't worth your freedom. I'm just saying, like, hey, let me go. And that situation, just let me go. I don't. I guess you need to talk about what's in the head space, the mental. Like, do you feel like you can't be by yourself? Like, I don't know. It just let me go. And my heart goes out to the children and the families that this affects. But it's just every time you turn around, it's a killing, and it's a dispute about something. Because like right up here in Charlotte, which is like an hour away from me, this young lady won the lottery. Don't to that cops don't know if the her boyfriend won the lottery or she won the lottery, but she wound up claiming the ticket or whatever. We don't know if he, because for some reason I think they said he a felon or whatever.
Hold on one second, Cole. Hold on one second. We are currently discussing, I don't have it scrolling across the bottom of the screen, but the story of the woman who allegedly killed her husband or boyfriend on Facebook Live recently. And then Nicole he said, "What's up?" Nicole just alluded to the story of that guy that went to the woman's job at Walmart and killed the daughter. I think the daughter was 2, while FaceTiming. But anyway,
yeah.
So go ahead, Nicole.
So the guy in Charlotte, he goes. She broke up with him. She then goes out with a coworker. He didn't know if they were together or what have you, if they was in a relationship. But this guy turns around and kills. He shoots the guy. He doesn't kill the guy, but he shoots the guy. He kills the young lady and turn around and kills himself. Not promoting murder or anything.
Yeah.
It was a coward move for you to shoot yourself. Like can't nobody if I can't have you, can't nobody else have you. And I ain't the one and I'm not being funny or anything, but I'd be like, well, kill yourself. Let me live there.
We can't say that because we streaming on Facebook. I mean on YouTube.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying.
Just say, but you can't say unlive yourself. You can say that word, but yeah, they'll flag it.
Like, leave me. I choose not to be with you. Leave me alone. Just go.
Yeah, why are you taking lives and over a cell phone and a password? You kill a child. You know what I mean? And not only are you I said kill you you taking lives, but then you going to prison.
Yeah, you're not gonna have that person regardless.
Walk away.
I feel like if a person gets that mad, if any of us could think about the time you got the most angry at any person or anybody, and you have that rage that rises up inside of you, and you almost black out or you see red, one of the two, you need to sit on your hands or just throw yourself against the wall or something. Don't react to whatever's in front of you. And I think in today's society, we don't have a turn-off switch. We don't have a turn-off switch to stop working. We don't have a turn-off switch to go to sleep. We don't have a turn-off switch. So therefore, you don't know when to stop or stop infatuating or stop responding. You just feel like you always have to defend yourself. And I feel like people that get to this point of rage, to the point where they're not able to control what they do or how they respond to the environment around them, is just heartbreaking because there's life loss off of something that wasn't life threatening. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It's like these things are replaceable. Like cell phone, like I don't want to be with you more. Okay, keep it moving, keep it pushing. Like let that person leave. You will be heartbroken, but to take your heartbrokenness and kill somebody or anything to hurt that person outside of that you're hurt, it's just you doing too much. And I just feel like if you feel like you're going to red, black, just sit down and just don't do nothing and just calm down.
You can't come back from death.
No, but like even with myself, when I used to get angry, because like my dad used to say, I have three. Well, I say it's two sisters, but three other brothers. And my dad used to say, I ain't worried about them boys out there. I'm worried about that Nicole right there. He said, because that girl was. If my dad would come on my podcast, he'll tell you how many times he'll hear that I was out there in the streets fighting. And it had literally, I got into one fight, y'all. And when I say blacked out, and they was telling me how I was fighting this girl, and then it was like, the boys was literally, they finally separated us, and they literally sitting on my lap. And they said, Nicole, you sit still, you bleeding. When I tell y'all, I thought I was an Incredible Hulk in there. And I done pushed these boys off me, and I was going back to fight, knowing that they was gonna they already had called the police to come pick me up. I really knew, Nicole, you better check yourself, because your anger is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it really did. Like, I didn't care about that girl's life, nothing. I mean, even here where I live at, they have like this juvenile court. And what he say?
He said, you lying, you fought more, stop.
But like just recently, I've seen, and TikTok makes me, not even say it makes me sick, but some of these kids make me sick on TikTok, because I just watched here in my hometown, this little girl gets stomped over a guy. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what? Wait, we talking 14, 15. And I want to look at this little girl, and I don't want to speak on it. I'm like, I don't want to see you when you turn 18. Because if you stomping like this when you 15, 13, sweetheart, and your mama can't tell you nothing, sweetheart, this world is going to run you ragged.
You know what though, Cole? But that, to me, that type of rage, that comes from something else.
I know.
And that lack of self, like when people are angry like that in those situations, it's because you can't control what the other person is doing, and your reaction to it is to act out in anger or violence or scream. You know, the people that go from 0 to 100 real quick. So I think those come from other things, especially if you're doing it that young. That anger comes from another place, but this is how you exhibit it. Right. And when you can't control what somebody's doing, you can't make people do what you want them to do, and then you angry about it, that's the way that it manifests.
Like some guys that like beat on women, they're really do domestic violence. They like, I'm stressed out. To everybody.
Thank you, Enrique. Go ahead.
Everybody, I'm like, everybody, it's stress everywhere. Not saying that you're not, don't get me wrong. But to the point where you put your hands on somebody else, and like, you walk away.
Just walk away.
I understand my mouth can be sarcastic and it can get nasty, but it shouldn't get that nasty. It shouldn't affect you to the point where if I disrespect you that much, I need you to leave and not look back at me, because I feel like respect is a lot, and if you if you disrespect me, you can't come back from that. Mm. So for you to go and just have a gun loaded and say, hey, I mean, because not saying you want to get into somebody's head, but you want to be like, what makes you get to that point? And if you don't know, seek some help.
My godfather used to always say, when he had first married his wife, when he was angry, he would go play basketball, and she would still want to talk, because they talk about this all the time. She would still want to talk. He'd be like, I can't do it right now, I'll be back. And he'd go play basketball until he calmed down, because he was still at that time really working on his temper and his anger issues, which stem back from things that happened, in his childhood. So people don't always learn the coping mechanisms for dealing with their emotions properly. And if you saw violence, you're going to do what you saw. If you didn't see anything, you saw somebody suppressed, now you don't know what to do with them. But if in your environment, your neighborhood, your family, like if you're either not taught how to do it healthy or you're taught how to do it unhealthy, either or, you're going to act that out. So yes, please go get you some help. If you know you got an issue, please go get you some help, please.
Did you see that show called Black Love? And the reason why I bring it up is you said something. Let It See. Her and her husband was on there, and she was saying they had gotten into an argument, and she said he wouldn't answer her. And so he was like, I I gotta go. He walked out the door. He started walking down the sidewalk, and she was coming behind him, yelling and fussing, and it was saying, "Don't leave me." He picked up his cell phone and he called her mother and like, please talk to her. She got on the phone. They said she was. I mean, she said Lettucey said she was boohoo, crying, still saying, "But Ma, he's gonna leave me. But Ma, he's gonna leave me." She said he said his mother-in-law in her calm voice said, he said he'll be back. He just need a moment.
Yeah.
And she said, go home.
Now, I want you to listen to what you just said. You just said what I said. She couldn't control what he was going to do. She wanted him to do what she wanted to do. He needed to go do what he needed to do. But because she couldn't control it, she going after him. She screaming. She crying. She don't know what to do with these because I can't get him to do what I want him to do, which is a lot of times why we start acting out because the person is not following the script that you don't written in your head for them to follow. Mm-hmm. Right. And if you can't handle that, please get you some help. If you're control, and we don't see it as control issues. We see it as he made me mad.
Yeah.
He's going to leave. What he doing should not cause you to react that way. It may cause you some pain, but the way you react to it, that's within your control. And sometimes we're not in control. We spaz out. I know people that spaz out like 0 to 100 so quick.
I think also what we're talking about are adults, but a lot of this anger, whatever it is the self-control starts from childhood, or you observe someone react this way and this is what you think this is the way you're supposed to react. And I think as adults we should attend to kids very, very specifically to ensure that they're processing what they're seeing. And then also when they react, help them react more positively and find ways to express themselves a lot better because it leads to adulthood. And these kids, teenagers grow up and be adults and then it gets even worse. You know what I mean? And so I think paying attention to them when they're younger and not just if they're in your family, if they're just, if you as a kid down the street, you see them just, wilding out. If you feel moved to say something to them, to encourage them, do that. It takes a village sometimes. And I think we have lost the vision of the village, helping every kid because you just never know what a kid is going through. And they need help. They need help to learn how to react, how to have self-control, because they don't know. And they're like, this is how I am. But you can be a lot better. And teaching them when they're young is so important.
Yes.
And then a lot of things, like sometimes it's like when you get in a relationship, it's a pattern. Like, if I say I'm leaving, and I get mad enough and leave, and I used to be bad. I can be guilty of it. I used to send like the nastiest little text messages, or leave the nastiest little messages. I knew that would get under his skin, and he would call. So once he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna show her," then I was like, "Dang, you went too far." So it's like what you let people get away with. Like I have a friend. Well, I had a friend that when she was with her kid's father, like it would be like little stuff, like he'll yell and cuss at her. Then he started calling her out her name, and then and I was like, when's enough? Like, like, and I like I told her, I said he's baiting you, see how much you can take. And then once it got ridiculous, now you picking yourself off the floor because he done slapped you on the floor. And then you sitting up there saying, Nicole, and I don't want to be like, well, I told you it was going to happen. And I was just like, what you thought? I said, because if you don't leave now, it's going to get worse.
Yeah. Some people see volatile relationships and they end up being in one. To answer your question, Ray, I know what you're talking about because in that situation with the woman that shot the guy on Facebook Live, her mama was In my opinion,
Encouraging.
it was doing a lot of instigating.
Oh, Instagram.
Oh, it was a lot. So it was taking, yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on, y'all. Our last topic for today. Nicole says, if your relationship failed and you going around telling people, well, it was a lesson learned, is that what really happened, or is that your cop-out answer? Nicole, what's your answer to this?
It sometimes I think it goes both ways.
It's both.
Honestly, I think it goes both ways. I think some relationships it was a lesson learned, but then some of it I ain't really want you to know the dirt that was going on in the background. Because people be like, "Oh, y'all was happy go lucky," and and I'm the one back here doing dirt. Because they be like, so did you leave or he leave? I used to get defensive. Why you in my business? I used to say that. And then, but then some relationships, when I should have left, and again, I stayed, it was a lesson. Hey, I'd be like, yeah, I should have, could have, would have. Yeah, not till you get in that situation. You get in that situation, you got to think for yourself. Then you be like, well, you said you would do X, Y, Z, and you still here. So yeah.
CP?
I would say what you said, Nicole. Is if you don't want to tell your business, you always gotta cover it up, right? It's a cop out. I mean, if you just say, "Oh, it was a lesson learned," what you learn. If it's a stuttering, you have a pause. You got to think about it. You lied. You lied. Straight up. But yeah, any relationship, business relationship, romantic relationship, friendship, if it failed for whatever reason, I think we all should ask ourselves the questions of what part did I play, and why it failed, because then that's where your lesson can be learned, to how to go forward and have better relationships in whatever way, fashion that it has to be. So yeah.
And keeping it 100 on what really happened will help you in your healing. Because if you just walk around swearing it was all them, and you bitter still, and you in relationship number 3 after the fact, and you still going through the same stuff, that's because you keep saying it's everybody else but you. What role did you play so you can stop playing that role? Like, quit repeating this. Ain't no, you're not getting Broadway play for this. Stop playing that role. Yeah, you messed. Yes, your temper was bad. Yes, you were really jealous. Yeah, you had a bad attitude. Like, keep it 100 with yourself so you can heal, because you do not want to keep repeating the same cycle. So it was probably you too. He may have cheated. He may have, but what did you do? What did you do? Because you did something. Ladies, it is that time, one of my favorite times of the show, when we give our personal affirmation for the week. We've had some amazing topics. Some of y'all was trying to go in on me about me and my polyandry thoughts of having a bunch of husbands, but whatever. Hope you enjoyed the show today. We want you guys to drop down in the chat. What is your personal affirmation for this week? Who would like to go first, Ladybugs?
Mine would be I am my own testimony. And it's a constant reminder of what God is doing, and it will always keep me playing it to remember that where He's brought me from, or what He's taken me to, and not only that, I have to remind myself that I'm my own testimony, because it's other people that's watching. I have it. Prime example, like today, with my niece, she has to know, like, and it's just a constant reminder to myself that she's watching me, my tone, my delivery, my communication. I don't want nobody to talk to me that way. So I have to be my own testimony. I have to remind myself, like, hey, you're human. You make mistakes. In order for me to encourage somebody else, I have to look at my own self and say, hey, a reminder, you ain't always get it right the first time. Yeah. So yeah, that's mine.
That's good right there.
That was beautiful.
It's really good. I'm my own mirror. That's what I hear when you say it. I'm my own mirror. I love it. I love that.
Mine comes from, let me say it first. I get to move, so keep moving, see? Or you could put your name in there. I think sometimes we get stagnant in whatever it is. Sometimes we fail at something and then we get stuck because we just failed at it. I know I do, and I'm just like, okay, Sierra, get back on the bandwagon, keep going, keep going. So that's kind of encouragement for me. It's like you get the opportunity to do whatever it is, so keep going. Even if you fail, get back up and keep going. So that's where mine come from.
I love that. We got some love it, some much loves, some what, some good topics. Continue to be true to myself.
Yeah.
So that would be I am true to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I love your commitment and your affirmation. Um, Last year, I think it was at the beginning of 22, it may have been the end of 21. Somebody that I follow on Instagram was doing a live with somebody that he partners with. And he said a lot of times we don't do things that we know we need to do because of the way we see it. Our perception is, oh, I have to go do so and so.
Right.
He said, if you change it to I get to, instead of I have to.
Right.
And so my affirmation is I get to live this life and I get to do the things that I do. That includes washing my dishes. Because if y'all knew what I went through last year trying to move, I dare not complain that I got to go do something in the place that I prayed for and God put me in.
Amen.
Now you're complaining. So if we change our perspective, and I know y'all hear me talk about that a lot if you follow me on social media, it is so in the perspective that if you just change that, it'll change your vocabulary. Sometimes you got to change your vocabulary to change your perspective. So
Right.
I get to live this life. It's not that I have to do anything. I get to do it. And it's a privilege because there's somebody somewhere wishing they had a kitchen to wash a dish in. So that is my affirmations. I get to live this life.
Amen.
William says, yes, I get to, yes. So we get to eat healthy. We get to exercise. We get to spend time with our loved ones. Mm-hmm. We get to go to work. It's so many things we get to do, but we begrudgingly say, oh, I have to. So we're going to change that. All righty, y'all. We're done. See, you want to tell them about the crown? I already know what you're doing. Before I even look up, I already know.
I'm wrong. Like, listen. Fix your crown. Don't feel defeated. Conquer the world. What else am I supposed to say? Fix your crown.
Whatever you want to say, baby.
I need to memorize that.
I got you. You do the crown. I got you.
Okay, you got it.
I got you. Fix your crowns. Pick your heads up. Don't let it tilt. Don't let nobody tell you what you cannot do. You can do everything that God created you to do. Yes. So from this day going forward, you can. You get to. C said that. What was yours again? Throw your affirmation out there.
Move. So keep moving.
What's yours, Nicole?
I am my own testimony.
That's it. We're going to drop mic on that. We love you guys so much. We will see you guys back here again next Tuesday. Do us a favor. Drop it down in the chat right now, at least one topic that you would like for us to talk about. We want to hear from you. Y'all are always joining in on these amazing conversations, but we want to make sure that we are giving you what you want. So what would y'all like to chomp on in the next upcoming weeks? We love y'all so much. Night fam, never give up, never give in. Yes, brother. Yes,
Hold
brother.
on. We gotta give a shout out to Doug. His birthday was it yesterday? DJ Doug Smooth, or is it tomorrow?
Was it yesterday?
Doug, his birthday.
I said, was it? Yeah, was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Doug! If you're watching this, or if you will watch it later, happy birthday. We love you. Him and them videos on his TikTok be getting me, boy. We love y'all so much. We will see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye. Love y'all. Have a great week. God bless.